Well, hello there, everyone. Hope you all had a happy Thanksgiving. Hope you were able to enjoy the Thanksgiving tradition of eating turkey and all the other stuff, and you were able to, I guess, gather with friends and family. That's the important thing of this holiday, but it is Friday, and I am titling this video New York 1, it's a normal news day. Where's the crime news? That's what I'm titling it today because I am just so disgruntled with how they never mentioned the fire in Manhattan. A bunch of people got displaced. They also didn't mention the shooting that happened at Penn Station last night. And, this TV station, again, has their own agenda. They're ignoring us. We're sick and tired of it. And look at this. See how they're gearing to a certain demographic today? Yeah, they're sinking it in to all the people who live in Lower Manhattan. Yep. Enough already, New York 1. You really have your own vendetta. This TV station is such a joke. So let's go to public safety. Look at this. This is not local news. Why is this on the public safety? Alright, so at least the good thing is one of the two cops that was shot in the Bronx got released on Thanksgiving. So at least that's good news. Yep. So if you take a look at Manhattan, let's just take a look at Manhattan for an example. You will see here that nothing about the shooting. Nothing. Oh, it was a stabbing. Okay. My bad. I am just so sorry that I am just assuming one thing and not correcting it. I'm just so distraught with this TV station, So let's read this article. 2 suspects sought in connection with deadly stabbing near Penn Station. So I'm going to move this to the left so you can see the headline. There we go. So let's read this. Cops need the public's help in finding 2 men connected to a deadly Thanksgiving night stabbing near Penn Station. According to the police, the victim, a 36-year-old man, was knife following a dispute near the transit hub at the corner of West 33rd Street and 7th Avenue at about 6:03 p.m. on the evening of Thursday, November 25th. According to WABC-TV, the ABC affiliate in New York City, the victim, who police said was believed to be homeless, had approached MTA police moments before after being stabbed in the chest. Officers immediately called for assistance and members of the Midtown South Precinct and EMS responded. Paramedics rushed the wounded 36-year-old victim to Bellevue Hospital where he was pronounced dead. Police have withheld his identity pending family notification. It is the second murder, or at least one near Penn Station, within a week. Last Sunday, November 21st, 32-year-old Akeem Loney was fatally stabbed in an apparent random attack on board a tube train approaching Penn Station. So far, no arrests have been made in that case. But hours after the NYPD released images of 2 men connected to that day's homicide. So, this is the Thanksgiving incident. One of the suspects believed to have stabbed the victim wore a black hooded sweatshirt, a brown and white patterned jacket, blue jeans, and tan boots. The other perpetrator wore a black baseball cap, a black hood, a black jacket, black pants, and gray shoes. So here's a good look, because I'll give Crime Stoppers credit. They actually did look for suspects of interest, but are you going to hear about this on New York 1? No, you're not. You're not. And then let's get to the update regarding the fire in Manhattan that I broke on Wednesday. So here we go. And again, I'm going to mention this. I will give Channel 7 all the credit that they deserve yesterday. They did a great job yesterday covering the stabbing. They sent Sonia Rincon over to Midtown, and then Stefan Kim was sent over to Inwood. So, again, it seems you're going to have to just turn off New York 1 and just start watching the traditional stations, because it seems whenever we need them, they're actually covering the news that matters to us. Okay, so it says here in this incident in Manhattan, 35 people were placed as homeless. So let's read this. Flames consumed an Inwood apartment building on the eve of Thanksgiving, Wednesday night, November 24th, leaving 35 people displaced for the holiday and beyond. Adding an insult to injury, it was the second time in 2021 that a multiple alarm inferno struck the same building at 7478 Post Avenue. The previous one happened on January 6th. The same day as the insurrection at the Capitol. You just cannot make this stuff up. Fire department sources said the Thanksgiving Eve blaze ignited at about 8:15 p.m. Upon arriving at the scene, firefighters encountered heavy fire conditions from a top floor apartment of a 6th-floor multiple dwelling just after 8:15 p.m. The blaze quickly consumed several apartments and getting into the loft area and spreading rapidly through the top floor and through the roof. Fire personnel used 7 hose lines to knock down the main body of the fire as residents looked on. No serious injuries were reported, and the American Red Cross arrived on the scene to provide assistance to the 35 displaced residents. The fire was placed under control right before midnight. The cause is now under investigation. And I want to mention one of my viewers, Andrew Lee. He was the first to notify me about this on Wednesday nights. Thank you very much if he's watching this. I also want to quickly give a shout out to the Bayside Queens Facebook group for reminding me to check Laura Ull's Facebook page, because there was shots fired in Flushing. Police reported multiple shots fired in the parking lot of a church in Flushing. This is at the corner of 154th Street and 26th Avenue. It happened at around 6:45 a.m. This came after a drug raid on 137th Street. Location: so dealers moved to the parking lot for deals. Afterwards, the suspect took off in the sedan vehicles. New York 1, again, they just completely forget about us. But at least I'll give them credit. They did cover this. I do notice that a lot of children actually hang around the school where Dollar Tree is on Francis Lewis Boulevard outdoors, even in the cold weather. So I want to read this one. This came in about 25 minutes ago. Police report a bank robbery at the Santander in Jackson Heights. This is on Roosevelt Avenue and 83rd Street. The suspect passed a note demanding cash and took off with a small amount. Police now describe the suspect as a male, 6 feet, white or Hispanic, which is similar to the last 2 robbery description. The suspect arrested on Thanksgiving is now back to work, so not going to hear about this on New York 1. That's a given. That is a given. I mean, look at all the crime that they could be covering. I mean, look at this. Look at this. I mean, this is just disturbing. By the way, Eric Adams was on The View, and he did mention that he wants judges to make a decision on bail, which I'm in complete agreement on that. We should go back to that way. So I'm going to read 2 more articles, and then we'll just wrap this video up. Because, again, New York 1, where are you? You know, there were 2 stories that involving the gun violence. And, in fact, you know what? We might as well read that Eric Adams article after we read this. So let's just read this. Young man gunned down in Bronx on Thanksgiving evening. A 22-year-old man was gunned down Thanksgiving evening in the Bronx. Jeffrey Jimenez of Newbold Avenue lost his life after being shot in front of a business at 1521. Let me just move this a little bit to the left. That way you can read it. 1521 Westchester Avenue in the Townview section at about 9:51 p.m. Officers from the 43rd Precinct responding to a 911 call about a man shot found Jimenez at the location with a bullet wound to his abdomen. Police had little information about the incident, specifically the circumstances leading up to the shooting. Suspect, an unidentified male shooter, fled the location on foot. After pulling the trigger, law enforcement sources said 2 other individuals involved in the shooting were seen fleeing on a scooter. EMS rushed Jimenez to Jacoby Hospital, where he was pronounced dead a short time later. No arrests have been made. There's an ongoing investigation. So, breaking overnight, and again, New York 1 ignores it, just like how they ignore this. Man shot to death in Washington Heights. So, a very violent Thanksgiving. You know, where's New York 1 when you need them? Detectives are looking for the shooter who gunned down a 25-year-old man at a Washington Heights intersection early Friday morning. So this happened almost 12 hours ago, according to this right before noon. Police said the deadly shooting happened at 1:41 a.m. on November 26 at the corner of West 177th Street and Wadsworth Avenue. Officers from the 33rd Precinct found the wounded victim who suffered a bullet wound to his chest while responding to a 911 call about the incident. EMS rushed the man to Columbia Presbyterian Hospital, where he was pronounced dead a short time later. Police have withheld his identity pending family notification. Crime scene investigators recovered a firearm at the location. So far, no arrests, ongoing investigation. So, now this is where we transition into Eric Adams. We might as well read this article. Eric Adams discusses gun laws on The View. So let's read this. I hate these annoying pop-ups. Almost a month before Eric Adams is set to take place as New York City's next mayor, he was invited to The View to discuss some heavy topics before Thanksgiving. Focused on spreading his campaign message to a wider audience of New Yorkers who may not know him, he gave out harsh criticisms of the city's gun owners and commented on the state of the American politics. We have an over-appropriation of guns, and now children can get guns and not laptops, iPads, things that they need. When I met with President Biden a couple months ago, I talked about the combination of city, state, and federal agencies looking at how we can coordinate together to stop the illegal gun dealers to get these guns in our northern cities. So, I mean, yeah, I'm in agreement. Okay, so I just want to see if there's an article regarding Eric Adams and the bail reform law, because if not, I actually know where we can watch a quick video on CBS New York. They actually have an article. We'll quickly play the video. This is the one. Let's watch this one. This is the one I was looking for. I know it was CBS New York. I saw this the other day.
Mayor-elect Eric Adams wants judges to use discretion when considering bail. He was asked about bail reform and keeping the city safe today on The View.
You can't have someone arrested with a gun on Monday and then out on the street on Tuesday. As the mayor, I appoint criminal court judges, and I'm going to be extremely clear. You must make sure that those who are posing imminent threats to our city, they are not going to be placed back on my streets and back into my community.
Adams says that he would like judges to utilize Kendra's law to compel people with severe mental illness to take medication and undergo psychiatric treatment.
Thank you, Eric Adams. He's actually sounding just like Pine Power LI. How crazy does that sound? So, I just quickly wanted to play that. So, I think we're going to wrap up this video. Again, this TV station, New York 1, you really are a complete joke. And, you know I'm not going to shut up. I'm not going anywhere, New York 1. If Spectrum wants to take away my internet because I'm criticizing their news, well, you know what? Too bad. Alright, I'm not going anywhere. Okay, New York 1, okay, Spectrum, you need to get your act together and start covering the news that matters to us. So that's it. Thank you for watching.